So let's say you found some really good sources for your topic. Let me show you how to put those sources into Noodletools so that you can then start taking notes. Let's say I have a project on the Gracchus brothers. That's my topic. Let me go to this project. Oops, go to the project. And then I want to hit sources up at the top. Now, if I found a source, I can create this or hit this green button here to put in my new type of source. And for most of you, what you're going to be using are database sources. So you can just click database and it's going to be most likely original content in a database. Okay, so now what you would do is just scroll through here and put in the information about the database, who published it, when, what's the URL, what's the date, who wrote it, for example. But let me show you a really great trick and one huge advantage to using database sources. Let's say that I have this article here that I found at Britannica Academic in that database, and it's got a really good section down here on the Gracchus brothers. Somewhere they're mentioned down here. Oh yeah, the career of Gaius Gracchus. Oh, anyway, so this is a great source and I want to use it. So up at the top, all the way back at the top, notice there's a little button here that says Cite. Click that button. It gives you the citation. So the only thing you need to do is make sure you choose MLA, which is the style we use in the history department here at Chadwick, and then you would copy this entire thing like that. Hit C, Command C to copy it, then go back to my Noodletools and see up here where it says Quick-cite, copy and paste a citation. Select that, and then it just goes down here and you can Command V and paste it in where it says manually edited citation. So there you go. I've got the information. I don't think there's anything else you need to do. Oh, you know what? I might over here where it says URL, this will make it easier for you to re-access this. I would take this URL and copy it here. You'll see why in a second, but it makes it really easy for you to get back to this website if you need to. Okay, and I hit save. So now in my list of sources, here I have it. There you go. There's the citation. And if you click this, because I put in that URL, if I click that, it will take me directly back to it. So that's awesome and really handy. Okay, so I've got one great new source here. Notice I haven't taken any notes yet, but I've got the source citation in. Awesome. Let me just show you quickly one other database. So I looked up Tiberius Gracchus at the Oxford Reference Database. And again, most of these databases make it easy for you to cite them. This one looks a little different. It just has this little pencil looking thing where it says cite. So you would just select cite. I want to make sure I chose an MLA style. And I would copy this entire thing. And like I did before, I would go back, I would go back to my Noodletools and I would hit new source. It's a database. It's original content in the database. I'm going to quick cite it. Scroll down, I'm going to paste it, and I'd put the URL in here to make it really easy to get back to it, but for right now I'll just save it. Okay, so now I have two sources on the Gaius brothers. Okay, last thing, let's say that you want a source, but it's not a database. You're most likely going to use websites, so it's probably just going to be a website and a web page, okay? So let's say I found this great web page. Well, how did I do that? I used Infotopia, which is a search engine designed just for students doing research. It's where teachers and librarians have filtered and just chosen really good sources, reliable sources for students. So let's say I type in Gracchus here and I found oh, here you go. Who were the Gracchus brothers of ancient Rome? Nice. Well, so I could just take this website here and get the information and enter it into my Noodletools over here. The URL, the date, if I can find it. The date of access is always the day that you're there. Who wrote it? Are they an author, an editor, a translator? What's the title of the article, etc. What's the name of the website, the publisher? So I would put in as much information as I can here to identify this source. But luckily for me, I just happened to notice this. Down at the bottom of this article, it says cite this article. That's how I know this is an article that is created or a website that was created for research purposes. Choose MLA format. I'm going to select this. I guess I could have hit copy citation. go back over here, and again, I'm going to use Quick-cite and cite my sources. I would put the URL in here again. Let me go back over here and get it. Cite, URL, and save. Okay, so now I have 3 sources. 2 are database sources, and 1 is a website. And now it's time to start taking notes.